Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm going to be talking about all of the things I've been loving recently, all of the products I've been using, all of the scents I've been wearing, music I've been listening to, shows I've been watching, what I've been reading, etc, etc. I'm going to be talking about all of that because I've been collecting quite a lot of things that I've been using for a while. You guys know I don't like to do a monthly favorites because I don't feel that I always have new favorites every month. You know, these products I'm going to be showing you I've been using like for the past several months, so I don't feel like it's accurate to just like always have new products coming in. Real life just isn't like that. We like things, we use them for a long period of time. So whenever, I just like to do them whenever I feel like I have a new influx of things that I haven't mentioned before. Let's just get right into it. So the first thing I'm going to show you is an accessory, and this is by Susan Alexandra. She's famous for her beaded bags, and so this is a beaded headband. As you can see, it's cow print, which is my fave. I got this because, well, first of all, it's cow print and I love Susan Alexandra, and so I could not resist. It's so cute, but I got it mostly because I cut bangs at the beginning of quarantine and it was a mistake. Look, I think bangs look good, but I just don't want them every day, and they take a long time to grow out and you have to style them every day. Especially me, I have so many cowlicks, and so like, I don't know, they just don't look good. So sometimes you just don't want to worry about them and you just kind of want to like push your hair back. I mean, obviously it doesn't look good right now, but I feel like no matter what my hair looks like, as long as I have this headband in, it's gonna look good. So I love this. I've been wearing it a lot. I get a lot of compliments on it. She also has a matching bag too. They're very pricey because everything is handmade. These are hand beaded, but you know, would be a dream down the line to have the bag and the headband and to just be one big cow or something. This next product is a perfume, and this I've actually had in my collection for a really long time. It has the date on here. It's 8/22/18, so I've had this for 2 years now, and it's called Gaiac. It's by Labo. I hadn't worn it in so long, and I just randomly picked it up one day, and I've just been like addicted to spraying it on all the time. The scent is so nice. It's kind of, it's like the perfect mix of like warm, spicy, but it's also light and airy. So it's definitely a summer friendly fragrance, but I feel like you could take this all the way into like winter and fall, like the cooler months. I really barely used it when I first got it, and so I've now like used a quarter of the product, and that was all just in the past couple months because I can't get enough. These next products I'm going to be showing you are by Amika, and Amika is sponsoring this portion of the video, so thank you so much, Amika. These are their brand new Mixtape color enhancing drops, and essentially what they are is they are toning drops. So they're very pigmented toners that you can mix into your hair products to tone your hair. So I'm a natural brunette. The sun lightens my hair very easily, but what it often does is it pulls very, very red, and that's not the vibe I'm always going for. I really like my natural highlights to be more neutral and a bit more golden. Normally, when we're not in quarantine, I go to the salon every 6 weeks and I get a color glaze, and that just kind of like knocks out the red, makes my hair more neutral, more golden again. So obviously I haven't done that in many, many months because of quarantine, so these were such a lifesaver for me. So they have the violet drops, which is for blondes. This is mostly for people who want that cool toned blonde hair. We have the gold drops, which are for blondes who like a more golden tone. And then we have the teal, which is for brunettes like me who want to neutralize those red tones in the hair, make it more neutral again. What's great about these is if you already have products that work for you, you can keep using those products. You don't have to buy a whole line that's gonna like tone your hair. You can keep using what works for you and just mix in a few drops of either your styling product or your shampoo or conditioner or hair mask when you feel like you need a little bit of color correction. So because I want something a little bit more subtle, I really want to keep those highlights in my hair. I want to keep the gold tone, so I just mix about 2 to 3 drops into my shampoo, and then I just massage that on, and I leave it in for about 2 to 3 minutes in the shower. You know, like you can shave your legs, wash your body, whatever you do in there, sing, and then rinse it out, and then I just style it as usual. And as you can see in the before and after, my hair was a lot more red before, and now it's brought it back to my more neutral and golden highlighted brunette hair. So love these. These are such a genius product. It's definitely made it so that not being able to go to the salon isn't so bad, you know? It's like I still have my split ends. Nothing I can really do about that, but at least I don't have this like red brown hair that I don't want. So those will be linked below, along with everything else I'm mentioning in this video. So thank you so much, Amika, for sponsoring. Okay, this next product I have is by Glossier. I actually have two Glossier products because why wouldn't I? But this one is their new hand cream. You can see how beat up it is because I keep it in my purse and I use it constantly. I'm almost out of this. I've gone through a whole other one, which is in my empties, which I'm going to be doing an empties video soon because I've amassed quite a lot of empties in quarantine. I freaking love this hand cream. Hand cream has become so important because with all of the hand washing we're doing, my hands are already dry as is, but with the increased washing of the hands and the cleaning products and the hand sanitizer, my hands are constantly like old lady hands. Like they're so tight and dry and wrinkly. So I'm constantly using hand cream during the day to kind of counteract that. And I've been loving this hand cream. When they announced their launch, I was so excited because I was in such need of a hand cream. So it has a flip top like this. It has the red tip. It looks very much like the Glossier You perfume, which is my favorite perfume of all time. And it's the same scent. It's like, you know, I don't know if it's like note for note the same scent, but it's very, very similar and they pair really well together. I can't stop smelling my hands when I use this product. I wish they made it in a whole body lotion, and I know they already have their Body Hero and I love that scent too, but I would really love an option for this scent because it just goes so nice with the perfume. Or even if you're not wearing the perfume, it smells so good. I can't explain it. And the packaging is just so cute. I can't get enough of this. This is like a holy grail product for me now. Next Glossier product I have is the Skywash, and this is in the shade Palm, and I know I've talked about this a lot recently, but I had to include it because it is such a favorite. It's just this really beautiful peachy color, and I'm gonna swatch it for you in my hand. They're very sheer but buildable. You can see it's like very subtle, but it's a very warm, subtle, peachy kind of shade, and I just love this all over the eyes. I can't get enough. I stare at my eyes. I have blue eyes. If you also have blue eyes, this would be really great because that warmness just really like makes my eyes pop. I also have very fair skin, so I really don't need a lot of color to create like a little bit of contrast. I love this. This is great for like every day. I don't really like wearing a lot of eyeshadow during the day. I know I'm literally wearing purple eyeshadow right now, but this is the exception, not the rule. More often than not, I really just like a really, really subtle makeup during the day, and this has just been my go-to. I love it. I can't get enough of it. Okay, I have another hand cream because like I said, my hands are the driest things you've ever seen in your life. But this one is an old fave. Like I've been using this since high school off and on. I have OCD, which stands for obsessive compulsive disorder if you're not familiar. One of the ways that presents is frequent hand washing. Now I don't, aside from being in quarantine, my OCD hasn't presented in that way in many, many years. But when I was young, that was like one of the main things. I was constantly washing my hands to the point where they were cracking and bleeding. And I remember finding this hand cream and it kind of changing my life, and so off and on I always reach for it. It's by Neutrogena. You can get it at the drugstore. It's fragrance free. I think they do have a fragrant option, but I always like the fragrance free. The reason why I have two hand creams is because this is something I really like to use at night. This is a greasy, thick, Vaseline-y type product. It kind of can get on your phone. It's like a little bit just too heavy, but it is a miracle worker. You only need a little bit. I put it on my elbows, I put it on my lips, like anywhere that you're really dry and cracking, this stuff is incredible. So the combination of these two, my hands are in a lot better shape. I can't rave about this enough. It's the Norwegian formula. It's been around forever. It's so good. I hope they never ever change it or take it off the shelves. Okay, another makeup product I have is by Uoma Beauty. I recently just used this for the first time in my last video actually, but I had to include it into the faves because it's instantly become a fave. I know I'm gonna use this to death. And it's their double take. It has a contour stick on one side. This is just the most perfect contour color for me, and I love the formula. It's so creamy, it's super pigmented, it's super blendable. And then it's double-ended and it has a really nice highlighter on the other side. When I first saw this highlighter, I thought it was going to be too dark for me, but it's very sheer, it's very natural. I just love this. and it comes in all kinds of different colors, so I'm sure you'll be able to find a shade that matches your skin tone. But I love this. I'm really not great at contour. I just kind of do like a line, and then I blend it in. I just feel like it warms up my face a little bit because I'm so fair. I need just like a little bit more dimension, a little bit more color, in my opinion. So I love this. Really, really good product. Next product is by the brand Saie. I recently purchased 2 things from them. These were my first purchases from this brand, and I really like their vibe. Like, they have like really cool packaging. They have really cool like marketing, and I really am interested in trying more of their products. But this is their, there's no name on this. Okay, so I think it's their lip balm basically, but I'm gonna just put the name of it right here because I don't feel like looking it up. But yeah, this is a lip balm. It looks like a lip gloss. It kind of has like a pinky, here I'll put like a little bit on my hand so you can see. It has like a pink hue to it, but when you put it on, it's just like very clear. It has like a hint of pink, but nothing too crazy, and the texture is really nice. It's not super glossy, so if you don't like something super glossy, then you're gonna like this. It's just kind of like nothing. Like, it just feels like a very hydrating but no frills lip balm, and I just like am addicted to putting this on. I keep it on my coffee table all times, and I'm just like constantly applying it all day, and it just makes my lips really soft. It's has no flavor, it's not sticky, it doesn't get in your mouth. I just really, really like it, and I had to include it because I'm constantly using it. Last makeup product is by Fenty Beauty, and it's their Freestyle Cream Blush, and this is the shade Bikini Martini. This is the only one I got, and it looks really gross because I dig my stippling brush in there. But it's a bright hot pink fuchsia cream blush. I'm gonna swatch it on my hand so you can see. It's very bright, but you can really kind of buff it out into this very, very pretty pastel pink. I personally think nothing is prettier than a bright pink blush on everybody. It just livens up the face. It makes you look like a little doll. It just looks so healthy and pretty. You just can't go wrong. And so when I saw this hot pink one, I had to have it, and I was dying to try these cream blushes in general because I love a cream blush, and it just really impressed me. They're not greasy or heavy at all. They go on really well, and they last really long on the skin. So yeah, I love it. I've been using it a ton. Okay, these next products I have are Loop's Beauty masks. I talked about them briefly in a recent video because I cannot explain to you how obsessed I am with these masks. I literally have so many of them at this point because I can't be out of stock with them. Like, I just can't. If I start to run low, I have to order more. They sent these to me as PR. I was really curious because I had never heard of them before, and I love a good sheet mask. A lot of the sheet masks break me out though for some reason. I don't know. A lot of skincare breaks me out in general, so who knows what it is. I was really curious because I really loved the packaging, and I really liked the texture. They're like, I'll insert a picture here of me wearing them, but it's like a gel. It's not like a cotton sheet mask like you're used to seeing. So I fully expected to break out. Instead, my skin never looked better. It was glowing. I used up all of the ones that they sent me in PR, and my skin looked, I was obsessed with how it made my skin look. It glows, it's clear, it's even. I have very dehydrated skin, and so I get like fine lines from my dehydration. It plumps them all up. Like, literally, I've been talking a lot and thinking a lot about how I wanted to get Botox. Like, not right now, but soon-ish. I was just noticing some fine lines on my forehead that weren't going away. Botox is not something I think about anymore. Like, the lines on my forehead, gone. And they've been there for like a while now. I just thought, this is just what happens with age, and maybe I'll get a little bit of Botox if I don't like it. Apparently it was just dehydration, and these masks just like knocked them out. So, you know, kind of a bold statement, but like, they replaced Botox for me. But yeah, so they have a bunch of different ones, but I'll show you my 2 favorites. And that is, you can get a mixed pack, which is right here, where it sends you one of each one. They also have eye patches and lip masks as well, and I use them all the time too. But this is the weekly reset. So this is like supposed to be like their They're kind of like average one. This is like a once a week. It gives you like moisture and hydration. I love it. And then this is the double take, which is like for nights out or special occasions. This gives you like that extra glow, extra brightening. And I kind of use these interchangeably, like whichever, I just kind of like alternate. You know, I'm not going out on the town anytime soon, but I still like to use it. It's no parabens, no sulfates, phthalates, synthetic fragrance, cruelty-free, dermatologist tested, you know, yada, yada, yada. They're great. I don't know what else to say. So yeah, highly recommend. Yeah, so after they sent them in PR, I used them all up, became obsessed with them, and now I've just been repurchasing them myself because... Okay, last physical product I have, and then I'll go into what I've been listening to, watching, etc., is this candle by Posh Candle Company. I featured these in my Black-owned brand haul. This is just... I mean, look how much I've burned of this candle. I love it so much. And I'm not the only one because their candles have been coming in and out of stock. Like, people are flooding her website and purchasing all of her stock. And I know she's like one person doing all of it. I know she's having trouble getting all of the supplies and because of COVID-19. It's like everything's taking a long time. So if this is sold out, be patient. It'll be worth it. It smells so good. It's their Peace and Quiet Day candle, incense, patchouli, and dragon's blood. It essentially just smells like incense. It's just such a... How do I explain it? It's just a very calming zen scent. So if you like the smell of incense, you're gonna love this. I love incense as well, but they're like a little bit messy because, you know, the stuff falls, like the ash or whatever, you gotta clean that up. This is just a candle, you know, trim the wick, light it, set it, forget it. But yeah, I love it. Okay, so those are all the physical products. So now I'm just gonna be talking about, so I'll start with the book. The book, I finished it, but I really enjoyed it. It's definitely a fave. I listened to the audiobook because it was not in stock. I don't know if it's in stock now. I'll try, if I can find it, I'll link it below. Otherwise, I'll link the audiobook. But it's Me and White Supremacy by Layla F. Saad. Amazing book about racism, about dismantling your own racism. There's a lot of writing prompts, journaling prompts. I just learned so much. It's definitely a book you want to go in with, you know, an open mind, because it's gonna take, it's difficult. It's difficult to look at yourself very introspectively and realize how you've been contributing to this system in which we live. But it's worth it, and it's something that we have to do if the world is going to be a better place, and I really hope that it is. So I highly recommend that book if you haven't read it yet. What I've been listening to is, I made a quarantine Spotify playlist. I do always like to put Spotify playlists in my favorites videos. I'm gonna link it down below. I do regularly add to it also, so if you follow it, you'll get like new music that I add to it too. So this is just like everything I've been listening to now. It's not all new music, but sometimes, you know, you listen to an old song and you're like, I'm really feeling this right now, I add it to the list. Sometimes it's new music though. And then what I've been watching is Grey's Anatomy. I can't stop watching Grey's Anatomy. I don't know why. I mean, I do know why. It's like addicting. It's like a soap opera. It's so bad that it's good. And I'm not saying it's like all bad, but it's like ridiculous. But I love it. There's so much drama going on in every episode. And throughout quarantine, I've watched every episode many times before, but I decided to start it over from the beginning. Just watched it from the beginning. I crocheted a blanket, which, oh my god, I have to go get it because that's another favorite. I almost forgot, but I made a blanket. You know what, let me just go get it. Look at this blanket I made. It's so cute. I'm obsessed with it. It is so colorful, so bright and cheery. It's so cute and like retro kind of. I love like the wave pattern. I crocheted this. I do get requests sometimes of people being like, do a video on crocheting. You know, show us how to do it. And the thing is I'm like, I really don't think I'll ever do that. And it's because I'm really kind of amateur also. I watched a YouTube video to do this pattern, so if you're interested, I will link it below, because the way she explains it, she's clearly very knowledgeable. She explains it in a way that was very clear. This is the first pattern I've been able to follow super accurately. So that is why I won't do a video on it, because I'm just not a pro. It's just a fun hobby, and there's so many really talented crocheters that have tons of videos about that. So I'll link that below, but that's why I won't do a video on it. But I will link the yarn that I used, because I really love this yarn. So Lovecraft sponsored, well, an Instagram post, but they sponsored this blanket technically because they sent me all of this yarn to do the post, and I'm obsessed with this yarn. This is the best. I normally get my yarn from like Michael's Arts and Crafts, and when quarantine first hit, you couldn't get anything. Like, I placed an order, like a curbside pickup order at Michael's, and I could only get black and white yarn. Everything else was sold out. When they reached out to me, Lovecrafts, they had every single color clearly. I have yarn under my bed. I have yarn stashed everywhere in my apartment because, first of all, I don't have any storage, but second of all, because I have so much goddamn yarn. Anyway, so I literally watched like the whole series of Grey's Anatomy while I made this blanket over the course of several months, and now I've been watching it again. I don't know why. Like, there's literally clearly millions of things I could be watching, but it's one of those things where like it ended and I felt sad. And even though I know what happens, I just wasn't ready to give it up. It's a comfort to me right now. So that's what I've been watching. I'm on season, I don't know, 5 or something. I don't even think I started all the way back from the beginning. I just like, one day was just like picked season 3 and episode 7 and then just went from there. So yeah, I don't know why I do that, but I just do. Well, that's it. Those are all my faves. This dress, I'm also gonna, oh sorry, I have fuzz from my blanket in my mouth. I'm also gonna link this dress below, this Boobalicious dress, because I know I'm gonna get questions. I just got this from the Lobby, which is a retailer that carries a lot of my favorite brands and designers, and some designers I never even heard of but are really, really cute. It's like you can try before you buy kind of thing, you know what I mean? Like, you're not charged until like 2 weeks after. If you like don't like something, you can send it back, but if you like it, you just keep it and then they charge you. So I'm def keeping, and I love this. I feel like Portrait of a Lady on Fire or something. Like, I'm very, I don't know, it's cute. Look at it. Anyway, so yeah, I'll link that below because I know people are gonna ask. So yeah, those are my faves. Let me know in the comments what your favorites have been the past couple months. I would love to know. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.